I wanted to take a minute just to share something that was shared with me today. It might be a little random, but bear with me. I just kind of want to show you something that just didn't really sit well with me. And it happens to a lot of people who get into cleaning. They get taken advantage of. And I just feel like I wanted to just share a little bit just to help you as your own business owner to kind of think critically through your deals and things like that. So I had a friend, let's say, this friend is Bill. Okay. Please bear with my little crude picture. I'm trying to draw him right now. My little stick figure. His name is Bill. He's silly. He has no eyes. And he owns a cleaning company. Let's say he has a broom and a dustpan that looks more like a dustpan than anything. So let's say he owns a cleaning company and he is trying to find contracts. So he's trying to find contracts, right? But in him trying to find contracts, he comes across this guy named Sam. Sam has a very crooked eye. So we're not gonna, these stick figures are terrible. So sorry, just for the sake of information. So Sam has contracts, right? He has contracts. You're looking for contracts, right? So Sam says he wants to pay you $1,500. Okay, this is a real example. I just found out about it today. A friend of mine told me about it. $1,500 a month. So a month, right? So then Sam says, okay, you ask Sam, what are the responsibilities? Sam's like, okay, you're responsible for cleaning, right? You're responsible for cleaning. Let's say you're cleaning, I think they said it was 6 days a week and it is for a month, right? 6 days a week and it's for the month. And you're like, oh, okay, cool. Well, how long will it take me to clean this property for 6 days a week? Oh, it should take maybe 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours. For the sake of conversation, we'll just say something like, we'll just say 2.5 hours. All right. 5 hours a clean, right? Okay. So that you're like, okay, cool. Would love to do it because you're excited about this. You haven't been able to find any jobs. Like you've been looking for contracts. You just aren't sure, like of yourself. You're still learning about the business. So you say, I would love to do that. That sounds like a good plan for me. And then Bill or Bob, he says, all right, I'm going to pay you on a net 30. And you're like, cool, no problem. So what do? On this side, you're like, all right, you start to plan for the clean. All right. And you're like, I need maybe one other person to help. So now it's you, right? You plus, I don't know, another person that's going to help you clean. So now the two of you are going to complete this contract and you're like, oh, that sounds sweet. I'm ready to start. The issue is that you didn't quite do the math and you don't actually know how much it's going to cost you to do this particular job. So let's say we're going to start again here. Under here, we're going to actually break this down. So you take $1,500 because that's how much you've been told you're going to get. So $1,500. And then you're going to divide that by 4.33. So now I say 4.33 because if you were in a 12-month contract with someone, you have to include the months that have 5 weeks. So 4.33 is going to be your actual price, right? So 1,500 divided by 4.33 is going to give you roughly 346. Let's say we'll do exact. So $42. So that's what you get per week, right? You're like, oh, okay, that's not bad, but you got to do more than that. So then you take that $364 and then you divide that by 6 days. So because you were told that you have to work 6 days a week, it's not a 5-day a week. This is a 6 days that you have to clean every single day. Okay, so you take $364. Oh, sorry, that was wrong. We're going to do, I have my little bit of dyslexia there. So we're going to take $344 $46.42 divided by 6, because that's how many days it is. That's $57 a day. $57, we'll say 0.74. That's a day. Okay. So now, but you still, so you're making $57 right now and 74 cents a day. Divide that now by, let's say $57.74. Divide that by, okay. And what does that give you? So, that gives you, 57.74. Divide that by 2.5. That's going to give you $23. $23 and let's say 10 cents. Okay. Now that's cool. Okay. So now you're making, because this is now your hourly rate. So this is going to be an hour. You're making $23. You might think, oh, okay, that's not bad. I'm willing to work for $23 an hour. That's higher than most places that I would do. But you have to remember that you added a second person. So how much do you really take home? All right, so now you have to take that $23 an hour, $23.10 an hour, and then you have to divide that by 2. So 23.10 divided by 2 gives you, divided by 2, because it's 2 people, equals $11.55 per hour per person. Now, if you're comfortable with that, then do it. But don't let yourself get tricked into taking a job and you think, oh, I'm going to be making all this money. I'm super excited. I'm making $1,500 a month. I'm so excited. I don't have any contracts. And you're doing the labor and you are really making $11.55 an hour. Now, that's higher than some places, but it's lower than other places. If you're comfortable with this $11.55, then do it. If you're not comfortable with that, then you need to go back to this guy and renegotiate your price to an hourly rate. If you know that it's going to take you 2 people, right? It's going to take you times 2 here. Then you're going to have to make sure that you negotiate a rate that makes sense for 2 people to do the job, unless you're going to do it by yourself, which means that if you do it by yourself, then you can go in and you can make that $23 an hour. So I just wanted to put this out there because it's really simple. It's a little crude, but the principle still remains. Make sure you're comfortable with your number. Make sure you're comfortable with this number before you agree. And if you're not comfortable with this number, then go back and renegotiate.